Let's continue with this. What is not a DOM? In our previous session, we have already seen two most important reasons what is not a DOM. If you are having any valid HTML code, browser is going to correct by itself. And also if we are creating any elements using JavaScript, so that is also not a part of HTML. These two most important reasons we have seen. If you have not watched that video, I really suggest you to watch that so that you will be surprised to see DOM is not HTML. Now we are going to continue with this. Now in this session, I will be discussing more on what is not a DOM, so that whenever people tell DOM is complete HTML, you will be having lots and lots of questions to ask to them. Now here what I will be doing, I will be adding one style tag. Inside this, I'm just going to give here display. Display, let me just write here none. I will remove this double quotes from here and I'm just going to put it here. Save this. Let me write here style. Save this. Now this paragraph is hidden. You can see inside this browser also, this paragraph is hidden. Let me just inspect this. Now inside this you can see H1 and here I am having this paragraph. So whatever I have written inside this HTML code, that is displayed here. But inside my browser, it is not rendered. Now whenever I click on this, it is not going to display me the result. So DOM is not what you see in the browser. Inside this, we have this paragraph, but inside my browser, it is not displayed. So this is also one more reason DOM is not HTML. And also most important thing, DOM is not what you see inside this DevTools. Now previously we have seen whatever invalid HTML code we are writing, the browser is going to correct by itself and it is going to display the correct result. As I have this paragraph below the body, but here above the body that paragraph is displayed. And the first script tag is injected by live server. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. So this is our DevTools element inspector, which will be providing the closest approximation to the DOM that we have inside the browser. So this is our browser and this will be the closest approximation of that. But sometimes what happens inside this DOM, it is going to include some additional information. Additional information in the sense, let me just take some pseudo elements. I will just come here. I will be writing his style tag. Inside the style tag, I will take H1 before, and inside this I'm just going to write here content. Hello. I will save this. Come down. Now before this H1, I am having this hello. You can see I have this hello. But inside my inspect, you can see here I am opening H1. Here also I am having this pseudo element before. This is not a part of HTML and also this should not be included inside the DOM. But you can see inside the DOM, I am having this additional information before. Now let me come to console. Now if I just write here $0, enter, it is going to give me H1. Open, I am having this before. Anyhow, this particular before I cannot access because this pseudo element is not part of DOM, but still DOM is including this additional information. Okay, if you are aware of CSS, then we have this pseudo element before and also we have this after. Let me just write here after. After also I'm going to write, let me write here hi. Save this. Now when I open this, pseudo elements before and after are included. And here also I'm having hello and hi. So this is just the additional information which is displayed by DOM, but this before and after are not part of DOM. Basically, these are part of CSS OM. So CSS OM, you don't have to worry. Just remember, this is not a part of DOM. So as technically it is not part of DOM, so we are not able to access this content. Now let me just copy this, and here I will write H1 first line. I will give here color red. Save this. Now inside this first line, as I am having only one line, so that content will become red color. Now inside inspect, if I open H1, weird thing what you are seeing now is we have before, we have after, but we do not have this first line. So the additional information is included only for before and after inside the DOM. But if we are using any other selectors, first line, first letter, that will not be included inside the DOM. So this is also very weird, but this is how it works. Now you will be having lots of questions if people say DOM is a complete HTML. You can say, what about the tags which are below the body? What about invalid HTML code? What about the elements which are created using JavaScript? And also, what about the pseudo elements? Why DOM is including this additional information? And also, what about the browser? And also, what about the stylings which are given to HTML elements? So many questions you will be having in the box. If you understand this question, DOM is not HTML. So then what is DOM? The actual DOM is nowhere seen. But this dev tool is the closest approximation because it is going to include this additional information, but still it is the closest approximation of the DOM. But actual DOM doesn't exist. I hope you are clear with all this topic. Previously, we have understood what is DOM, what is BOM, differences between DOM, BOM, Windows, JavaScript, and also we have seen the most important topic, which most of you will not be aware, that what is not a DOM. That's all for this part 1 section. Next, we are going to step into part 2. Inside that, we will see practical examples and we are going to learn more about DOM.